unemployed and you've been hearing a lot of people talking about how they're making money from teaching English online, and you've been wondering how you can get the job. Well, today is your day because, darling, I'll be discussing ways on how you can land your first teaching job online. So let's get into it. So we'll be discussing how to get started and what equipment you need. Well, some companies require that you have a laptop with a speed processor that is i3 or 2i5. But other companies use just mobile phones. So even if you don't have a laptop, you can still get a teaching job online using just your phones. But it's not all companies. There are just other companies that will use a phone and others will use a laptop. And then you're going to need noise cancelling headphone with a microphone. You will need to have stable internet connection. The 10 megabytes per second is the standard speed I have noticed on many platforms. But some, they will not even require you to provide the internet speed test. So don't let this stop you. Be in a quiet place with good lighting and a comfortable chair. That is really going to help you have a pleasant experience. With the noise cancelling headphones with microphone, I have to say that I've been teaching English online and I'm currently teaching English online, but I don't have those noise cancelling headphones. I just use my internal mic and I also use my internal camera. But if you would like to get those noise cancelling headphones with the internal microphone, I will link in the description below where you can get those. And the online teaching websites, there's a lot of teaching websites on the internet, but I've gathered my research and I've compiled at least the ones that hire South Africans, because previously they didn't want to hire South Africans. Well, they did hire them, but they were a bit skeptical. There were just very few companies that would go for South Africans. But these ones, I've been hearing a lot of buzz that people are saying they are hiring from South Africa. So EF, English First, I heard that there is a center as well. So if you do not have a laptop or if you do not have a steady internet connection, you can go to their center. Just go on to Google, search EF English First, and then you'll get all the information that you need. So they have a center and they also cater for teachers that want to teach online, working from home or anywhere else. There's also MPC Connect. It's the same with English First. They also have a center that you can go to, but they also cater for teachers that would like to teach online. I heard of Pangea, which is also new to me. Amazing Talker, iTalki, and number 6, Preply. So with iTalki and Preply and Cambly, you do not need a teaching degree, but if you have, it's also a good thing. And then there's Pellfish, number 7. You can teach on your phone using Pellfish. There's Schema Talk, there's English Ninja, there's Teacher Record, and there's Native Camp. So like I've said, these are just some of the teaching websites that you can go to. It's just that I've gathered these 12 because that I know that within my research they are hiring for South Africans, but you can get as many as you want on the internet. Now the next thing you need to do is to decide what language you'd like to teach. Then you just browse through the websites that hire people who teach what you can offer. So I'm saying this because on the current company that I'm working for, I teach 3 languages, which is a good thing because I get to get many clients to teach or students to teach. But another thing is if you're teaching different languages, like more than one languages, you need to have profiles for those languages. So I have like 3 profiles on one company, and I had to do like 3 videos for those 3 different languages that I can speak and teach. Another thing that you have to know is that other platforms teach languages only, and others also want teachers for different subjects. For example, if you can teach maths, science, music, etc. So it's not only limited to languages. You have to get a TEFL or a TESOL certificate. This is compulsory, but I heard others saying they got the job without. I'm not quite too sure about that, but what I know is that 99.9 companies do require that you do have a TESOL certificate. So make sure that you have yours. And there is a link for an affordable one where I got mine. Guys, please, I've been hearing a lot of people saying they paid 4,000, 3,000, like lots of thousands of rands for this TESOL or TOEFL certificate. You really don't have to pay that much. I got mine for like 175 rands, I think, and I got it this year. So yeah, you really don't have to pay that much. Just use the link that I'll put in the description box below, and you'll definitely get your TESOL certificate. It's valid, it's legit. So if you have a teaching degree, it's even much better, because now the competition won't be much higher. A lot of people without teaching degrees are going in these teaching English platforms online without the teaching degree. So it's like the competition is very high. So if you have a teaching degree, it's even much better. Please note that there are companies who strictly want a teaching degree. So that's why I say go through their websites, make sure you understand what they want. If they want a teaching degree, just don't apply, because it's their requirement that they want a teaching degree. So if it does want a teaching degree, go on to the next one. There's lots of websites that you can apply to. Yeah. And then another thing that's helpful, you can go through the websites and look at other people's profiles who are already hired, to get an idea of how you should make your own profile. Okay, guys, please do not copy and paste. Do not go into their profiles and copy exactly what they've written. The whole point of looking through their websites is that you get an idea of what they want, of how they speak, how they write, but do not copy everything that they say, or just do not copy it all. All right, be original. Okay, and then I suggest that you make a CV or resume just before you get hired. I strongly suggest that you make a CV. There's no specific formats for that. Just type it out and have it saved on your device for future reference when applying in other different companies, so you don't have to start all over again gathering your thoughts. So how I did this, because I went through the websites and I was able to see what it is that they're looking for, and their questions are common. So I just wrote down what they wanted and gathered and made it into a CV. So when they would ask me, I'll just go onto my saved CV and be able to just type in what I've written. This saves a lot of time as well. So you just say who you are, where you're from, and what qualifications you have, any teaching experience. So if you've helped or worked at a creche, in South Africa we say it's a creche, that's a kindergarten. If you've babysat before, like any form of teaching someone, this could be some experience. Just think out of the box. What you don't want to do is you do not want to type in no experience. Come on, guys. There is some teaching that you've done. So don't leave it like that. Don't say no experience. Just take your time and think it thorough. You'll definitely find something to put down there. And also you need to mention why they should book your lessons. All right, because you're like selling yourself here. So make sure that you convince people that they should want to book your lessons. Either it's a student or a parent. So just make sure that you easily convince the person watching or reading your resume or watching your video. Okay, now there's pros and cons of teaching English online or anything online. There always is. Though I enjoy it so much, but there are cons that for me I've experienced, and yeah, they're really not that nice. It's not a train smash, but yeah, it's really not that comfortable. So let's start with the pros. The pros is you set your own price rate, which is a good thing. The second one is that you set your own date and time. So that means your schedule is absolutely up to you. And another thing is you work at home. You don't need transport fare. So that's another good thing. Because we know that your petrol is like on the rise right now. So this is really helpful. The cons is unstable network signal, especially here in South Africa. That now that we have this load shedding almost every day, that is a really big bummer. And another thing is parents working in on lessons and trying to help student can be very, very uncomfortable. That's what I've experienced on my side. And another con is when you have an unwilling student that who doesn't want to concentrate and learn can be really exhausting emotionally. So these are just my pros and cons. Do you guys have any other pros and cons that you'd like to share? Please leave it on the comment section below. Okay, so let's go to the one that everyone is talking about. And when you go on YouTube, you'll be seeing a lot of intro videos for teaching English online. So these are just my tips, and they've worked for me. They landed me a job. So I think they're also going to help you if you follow them. So in order to be more successful, firstly, make sure you apply on as many platforms as possible. Apply on as many platforms as possible. I cannot stress this because it's going to give you more chances of getting a job. By the way, it's free, so why not? Just make sure that you apply on many platforms as possible. And mention qualities that make you a good tutor. Qualities like, people want to know that you are patient. People would like to know that you are kind and understanding. So just make sure that you put those qualities up there that would make you a good tutor. Be yourself. Don't try to imitate anyone you've seen on YouTube or anywhere else. Just be yourself. Do not be too loud or too soft. Do not speak too slow and not too fast. And make sure you smile throughout the video, because you want to leave the impression that, okay, we want to hire this person. We want this person to tutor me. So the people should feel the warmth through your smile. So make sure you smile throughout the whole video, and that smile is really going to interact with the person watching the video, and they're really going to like you. And make sure you read and understand the requirements for shooting the video. Please do not ignore these. They might disqualify you. So if they say that they want your video to be shot at a certain angle, do that. Do not ignore these. Another important thing is to dress professionally. Remove any facial jewelry, cover any visible tattoos, and make sure that you look as professional as possible. This is a requirement because we do not want to offend people. We're teaching people from different backgrounds, different religious backgrounds, and different ethics. So we just want to keep everything professionally. If you have any jewelry facially, remove it. Your tattoos, cover them as well. All right, so this is basically my tips for landing yourself a job online for teaching. Please try these out. They really are going to be helpful. If you have any other questions, make sure that you leave them on the comment section below. On the next video, you really don't want to miss that out. I'm going to be actually giving you tips on what to say on the video and how to say it. So make sure that you do not miss it out. It's really going to be helpful because that is what is going to help you land your first interview. So thank you for watching and visiting my YouTube channel, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Until next time, please take care, hold on, and keep trying. Bye.